trying to stream live to both Facebook and YouTube right now to see if we can do a simultaneous live broadcast. We'll see if it works. We'll let this little footage loop for a second while notifications go out. I'm trying. Oh, we are live in both places, both on Facebook and on the YouTube right now, which is pretty sweet because I've been wanting to broadcast live in both places for a minute, but I've been hesitant to pull the trigger. But we're there now. Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Y'all are seeing my beautiful town right there. That's Woodland Park, Colorado. What up? Yes, we're both live on YouTube and Facebook right now. Got trying to get my stuff together to make sure we're working good, but it looks like everything. We got people from Texas in YouTube. We got people from New Zealand in Facebook right now. So thanks for tuning in tonight. We're going to get going here in just a second because we've got I got some voicemails I'm going to let y'all listen to that I haven't even listened to. That's how cool I am. I'm going to let you listen to my voicemails before I even get to listen to them. So what up, everybody, both in the Facebook and the YouTube? I see you, Arkansas, over in Facebook world. I was over at Cab 7. He's giving away his super chat cash so people can have Christmas dinner. That's freaking awesome. That dude was really cool last night, meeting him for the first time. It was fun. Simulcast. Yes, Raul. Let me know how it's working if you see us on both ends. That means there's chat going on both ends. So trying to keep up with chat today is going to be fun. But we've got a little simulcast going on. I finally bit the bullet and went for it. So we'll see how it works out. I don't know if it's going to work out good, but we're using StreamYard to broadcast. So nice. I like it. Well, it looks like it's working good. So we'll get this thing kicked off with a little bit of voicemails to kick off the day. Like I said, I haven't listened to him yet, so I got no clue. So we'll see what's going to happen once we start playing them. Hopefully nothing crazy goes down. So I got Nicole. She called me about 1,500 times today from Oregon. And so who knows what her phone calls are going to say. But then we've got a bunch of people. We got a couple other phone calls. Yolanda said, "Do you smoke?" No, I don't smoke. Y'all thinking, look at this healthy young man right here. He can't be getting after them cigarettes. Let's see what we got here. I'm telling you, I have not listened to these voicemails yet. Okay. So, but I want to show y'all something. There's one, I didn't listen to it. I accidentally pushed it, but you can see how many voicemails I got from her, and you see how they're still blue. It's because I haven't listened to them yet. So here we go. Let's start with number one. It came in at 2:50 p.m. today. 2:50 p.m. and let's see what's up with this.
Oh, D-Wop, you are so cool. I cannot believe you played my voice mails, though. I am a bit embarrassed, but however, you do still crack me up. It is Nicole from Oregon. Man, dude, you're freaking well. So that's all I got to say. Carry on. Remember, check the ego, rise above the drama, and drink wine. Have a good holiday. Give blessings to your wife because she's got a handful with you. and your children and breathe. Okay, thanks. That's funny. I'm cracking up listening to that. Oh my God. Okay. Peace, 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 peace. Bye.
So many of y'all know that I've never had her on a live, but she has called and left me quite a few messages. That was her first one, and then she calls at 3:37, and this one's for 2 minutes and 37 seconds. Woman, you're taking up all my space on my phone. But thanks for the content, and this is a good way to kick off. This is a good way to kick off the call-in show, is to just give everybody.
It's Nicole from Oregon. It's 2:30 on Sunday. Why are you listening to this bullshit? This woman is on crack. Like, she's on crack. Oh my God. Everything's a conspiracy. Everything's crazy. And you are cracking me up, though. So, okay, roll with it, because you are better than Comedy Central, to be honest. And I don't know how to say it. Take a breather from this bullshit. Why are you listening to this? I want to know why you're listening to this. This woman that you are talking to is crazy about the mommy rambling and the restraining orders and all that bullshit. I think it's like crazy. And there's drugs out there, and they're being transported around the world. And she's probably fucking on like a bender. I'm going to have another glass of wine. I really appreciate you for putting me on. I think that's hilarious. Going back is a little crazy, though. And listening to me, I'm just telling you, you have more potential than this shit. Okay? So burn your sage, take a breather, take your family on a vacation, and breathe and reset. And then go into like really good times. Because you're smart and you're awesome. I really do believe that. Awesome. Okay? You got a brain. You don't let all this shit go in your head. And
you're just tuning in to Dan with the phone.
She's listening to me while she's calling me.
And then report on time. But you got a 1 million followers. Like, are you understanding? Like, you have people that follow you, but you gotta get back into your lane. Okay, get back into your lane. All right, peace. Bye. Wine.
Whew. Man, this lady she got winded on that one there. So that was at 3:37. At 3:48, she calls again. And I don't know if I can do all these phone calls actually.
Okay, Mr. D-Wop. It's Nicole from Oregon again.
Really?
And yes, I've had some wine, but here's the deal. You are really fucking real. Really real. But your brain goes really fast. So you gotta be real. And I apologize about the Dateline versus the 2020. I am completely on your side. You are the only person I've ever followed on YouTube. It's insane to me.
Somehow I don't believe that, but
kind of cracks me up because it's but you're super cool. You gotta check the ego.
Check the ego.
You gotta breathe. You gotta have a balance, and you got to just report on facts. This whole drama cesspool you're in with mommy rambling, or what is her name? Deb, crazy fucker. You separate. You are better than that. Okay, you're better than this.
I know.
You're the only person that has done a thing with Sam Kramer, which did the whole frazee trial. That's fucking cool. Take that in, and
Sam's my bud.
You cannot play into this shit. Maybe it's fun for you. I don't know. It's exhausting, I would think, because people are crazy. So, like, I think you're cool. I think you have a lot of fucking potential above what you're doing right now. Anyways, I will always be a supporter. It is Nicole from Oregon.
No.
Crazy person. I'm going to have some wine. Bye.
Uh-oh, getting more wine. She's getting wound up, folks. Hey, I need people to tell me to check my ego. So I actually enjoy this. If you're watching right now, you'll notice you're seeing chats from both YouTube and Facebook. We're doing a simulcast right now. This is the first simulcast I've done, folks. We just gave up. Both channels want us so much. We got to go simulcast. You're listening to voicemails with Dad. We're going to get into phone calls with Dad pretty soon. But right now I got voicemails to go through. Nicole calls me quite a bit. When she gets on a run, she'll get a 30-minute conversation in voicemails. So let's just keep rolling through her stuff. This is a short one. This is a 30-second one she just sent. These are back to back to back.
D-Wap, last message from Wine
Not
Nicole,
really.
Oregon.
Not really.
Your daughter is fucking amazing and adorable, and that is super sweet, and that's what it's about. So there that is. Okay. All right. Well,
she realized she probably shouldn't have called in on that one. All right, so that was she realized, oh crap, why did I call? I don't have nothing to say, because then that was at 3:51. At 5:23, so almost she been drinking for about another hour and a half. Here we go. We got a phone call in from her. Let's see what she says.
oh, D-Wap, it's Nicole from Oregon again. Dude, you do understand that there's good and evil in life, right? There's good and there's evil. Okay. You gotta get into, like, the middle of something. Why are you allowing, like, oh my God, I'm baffled. Because the woman you have on now is like a crackhead. About mommy rambling and bullshit, and it's a bunch of bullshit. It's so stupid, and who cares? Dude, rise above. I am honestly praying for you to rise above this. In the name of Jesus, I seriously am. Bye.
Karen, Smokey P. Is Smokey P here? Smokey P! I got a voicemail about you. Check this out. I did listen to this voicemail because it wasn't from Nicole. And sure enough, check this out. Voicemail about Smokey P.
Hey, Dad, with the phone. This is Rainbow Bright 13. I want you to know that we got Smokey P up to 1,000 people. I pushed for his link and a live, and he got 1,000. So if there's any way you can let him know, he can now go live and amuse us all. So thank you so much for being there. I'm just excited for him, and I hope y'all get together and do a live together.
Watch out. The world ain't ready for Smokey P and Dad with a phone just yet. We'll burn the place down. Smokey P hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys that were listening last night and went over. I know because I looked at his page when we started. It was like 650 something when we started our live. And I saw a video go out by him today that said, boom, he hit 1,000. Now I got a message back that said from someone else that said he hit 1,000 and then there wasn't 1,000 there or whatever. So if you're listening to this live video right now and you haven't liked and subscribed over at Smokey P's page, you need to. That dude cracks the shit out of me, man. And if he makes me laugh, you know you guys are going to laugh with him. So he is funny. And I've only heard him talk about Oni because that's how I found him. He was doing a bit about Oni. And so I found him that way. But I just can't wait to see where his channel grows and the shit he actually gets into when he's just doing his own deal. So, yeah, go hit that love over at Smokey P's. All right, let's continue with Nicole's stuff. Let's see. Did we have this one? I don't know if we've listened. I think we listened to this one. Maybe not.
Oh, G-Wop, it's Nicole from Oregon again. Dude, you do understand that there's good and evil in life, right? There's good and there's evil. Okay. You gotta get into like the middle of something. Why are you allowing like, oh my God, I'm baffled because the woman you have on now is like a crackhead.
We listened to this one.
About my
Yeah, we already listened to this one. So let's go. We didn't listen to this one. We're almost done. If you can't stand Nicole, don't leave on me yet. Don't run out on me yet. I'm giving Nicole has become my favorite voicemailer.
It's Nicole from Oregon. I know this is my last message, but dude, pull out. Pull out.
Pull out of what?
Pull out from the drama.
That's what my wife said. And then we got Ella.
You do not let them do this. No, this is insane. I mean, you got like a woman,
yep.
And she knows not what she is even speaking. You need to pull out, dude.
Pull out.
Pull
That's
out.
good advice. Good advice. Very good advice here. I think that's all. Oh gosh, she has like 5 more kids. I don't know if I can do 5 more minutes of Nicole. We're gonna save a little bit. We'll save a few for Nicole. If you want to call in right now, you can call in right now to Dad with a Phone and let me know what you're thinking. Hey, thanks for joining me tonight. This is our first ever simulcast. Literally, we are live on Facebook right now. We are live on YouTube. And we just thought we'd kick off this freaking call out show with some voicemails. We got a voicemail about Smokey P hitting 1,000 subs, and then we got a bunch of voicemails from Nicole in Oregon. So if you're just joining, you haven't really missed anything. Pick up the phone, dial that number, and tell Dad with a Phone what you think. You can ask me questions. If you got questions about a case, you got questions about me, if you got questions about something I've talked about and you want to talk about that, boom, dial in. It's either that or we listen to more of Nicole. So y'all must have really been enjoying Nicole. All
right, Mr. D-Wop, it's Nicole from Oregon again.
Really?
I am just watching you on this video, and how do you deal with this shit? Like,
I know it's hard, Nicole. It's hard.
Okay. My question is, how do you deal with a person that is rambling incessantly about bullshit?
I sent him the
you
voicemail.
Need to stop. You're better than this. Okay? I'm going to have more wine, but you're better than this. You don't
Damn.
even. That's fucked up. I mean, crazy.
Hey,
shit.
hey, watch the language, girl. I got sponsors. Yeah, so that's Nicole. Y'all call in right now. She gonna have some more wine. We're gonna let Nicole have some more wine. I ain't calling Nicole. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. Nicole is on my phone now. It's going to say send to voicemail because the only way I'm calling in to Nicole is by accident. I called her once and left her a message, but it's been fun. My ringer's not on. I better turn my ringer on. I think I just missed a call from one of y'all. Bingo. Oh my goodness. Sunday, the beginning of the week. It's halfway through December. We're about to hit 2020. That's crazy. The future's here. Oh, the BBT girl. She made for a good voicemail, or she sent me a long voicemail too, and a bunch of text messages. She's kind of, I don't know what to think yet. I'm the jury is still out on BBT. Oh, her voicemail. They're not. Y'all aren't happy with it. Y'all are letting me have it in chat. Oh, what else we got? Dee Dee says, dude, her voice. Oh, SundayFunday. Ooh, if you haven't watched the panel from last night over on JS for Justice show, you should check that out for sure. We had a fun time. It was Jay, me, Smokey P came in, and we even had Cab 7 was in the house for a second. And then we had Moonlight, Starlight, I don't know. My wife's listening. She tries to pretend like she ain't listening, but she's listening. Oh, listen! I'm gonna have to give Nikki a microphone and stick a camera on her. She's over here chilling out, relaxing. Give her a camera. We'll do I don't want to have to do a call-in show. We'll do what most couples in America don't do. We'll just talk to each other. Oh, first caller of the night. No caller ID, kids. No caller ID. I love them when they come in this way. I absolutely love the no caller IDs. How's it going? You're live with Dad with a Phone on Facebook, and you hung up on me. What kind of first time caller is that? Call in no caller ID. You can say whatever you want, man. You can say whatever you want. You don't even have to worry about people like knowing who you are. Don't get scared like that. Call in. I mean, I know we're broadcasting on both channels, Facebook and YouTube right now. We're breaking the simulcast barriers. I don't have to re-upload. Everybody gets their chats in. So, man. It was so quiet and eerie here when she left. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Once Upon a Crime in the West is just laughing. Man, kids, no caller ID. Y'all need that number? What? There's a number. If you're calling from outside the country, from New Zealand. New Zealand's in the house over in Facebook land. Loving it. Loving you guys over in Facebook. What's up from Australia? Australia's in the house right now in Facebook. Man, got some mad love right now in Australia. Why am I not seeing those comments over here? Why don't I see all the comments from Facebook right now? That's what I don't understand. Because Australia just talked to me. Why am I not seeing Australia's comment? Oh, there. That's why. Boom. Victoria, Australia is in the house. What's going on, Rachel? We were trying out this simulcast on both Facebook and YouTube, so we thought we'd do a call-in show. We listened to some voicemails for a little bit, but I guess that's what people want to do because I got a no caller ID caller just hang up on me. I know y'all must all be calling at the same time. That's probably what's happening, and it's just sending y'all straight to voicemail. Nope, I ain't got no new voicemails. So we might have to listen to one. We might have to listen to one more. Maybe my voicemail is full because of Rachel, though. I mean, not Rachel, Nicole.
Okay, Dad with the phone. You are better than crackheads talking to you. You need to do something different. This is bullshit. What you are doing, I think you have more potential. You cannot.
Man, this is my biggest cheerleader right here. I don't like when she does that, though.
I'm on crack and going crazy. And what the fuck? Dude, you gotta pull it together.
She's dangerous? You think she's dangerous, Christy? I don't think she's dangerous.
You probably make more sense out. I'm sure you can.
Has your stalker called again? It's just that's what someone just...
Use your noodle and back out. Take a break.
Oh. Well, hey, that's why I opened the phone lines up. Hey, phone lines are open. Don't be telling me like y'all ain't got my phone number. If Nicole's got my phone number, everybody's got my number. Y'all call and tell me what's happening in your life today. Tell me what's going on, what y'all really up to. If you haven't liked me over on Facebook and Twitter, you can go find me on Facebook and Twitter. Right now, we're simulcast. We got 50 people over on Facebook watching and 100 plus over here on YouTube. But it's the first time we've done a simulcast here on Dad with a Phone, and this is how it will be from now on. So if you don't have a Facebook, you get to see at least these shows, any of these good long shows. Maybe I need to get old Smokey P in. What's he up to? Is he still in this the world over here? Yo, JS for Justice is in the house. What did she say? Say my name. I don't even know her. I don't even know her either. I don't know her, Jay, but she called me. So if she's willing to call, shoot, I got people calling from block numbers who won't even say nothing. Someone called D-Wop. I need something to watch while I make bait. What? Make babies? What is that? I don't know what that is. Sound is good. Trying to go out and come back in. Uh-oh. Well, thanks for catching a live today. I can't block people from inside here. I got to go over here. Keep the pressure on Onique. What's up? Call Smokey P. I ain't calling Smokey P. Smokey P can call me. If y'all missed that show last night, we started a series called The Why Behind Oni. And we had a good show over at JS for Justice. Call in at Miss Justice. Uh-oh. Oh, Bobby's calling in. It's been a minute since I talked to Bobby's in my phone, kids. That's how special some of you are. You actually get a name in my phone. Very few people get a name. What's up, Bobby?
Michael, what's up, brother?
Man, it's been a minute since you gave me a chit-chat call ring.
I know, man. I've been busy. I've had some health issues, so I haven't been doing real good lately.
Well, man, it's good to hear your voice. You're still hanging in there.
Yeah, I've been following you. I've been watching. I just haven't been calling in too much, but I've been watching. You see the old Romad here, there.
I see you. So what you been up to? What's going on? What do you got on your mind?
Not just a couple things about the end of the case and stuff. it's such a sad thing about KK not getting what's coming to her. You know,
she's not gonna get what she deserves with what we all think, but I think she's gonna get 3 years, and then I think she'll probably do about 15 months or so, but I don't think it's gonna be just an easy life for her just to stroll through,
Yeah, I guess you gotta look at it that way. You know, she's never gonna have she's not gonna have an easy life after that. Kind of like that other girl from the Chris Watts deal. The mistress there, she's gonna have to run and hide her whole life.
Oh, Nikki.
Yeah.
Man, I just got that book. Somebody sent me a copy of that new book, and so I've been I don't read a bunch, but I've been reading a little bit of it. It's kind of cool to read because even though I didn't follow that case, it just gives me it's a lot more detail about that case. So even though a lot of people are like it's plagiarized and a bunch of other stuff, but nonetheless.
Yeah. Dude, I was rolling last night. I stayed up all night last night rolling. That Smokey is the best, man.
Dude, he is hilarious, is he not? Oh my goodness. That's a good find.
If Smokey's listening now, Smokey, this is Romad, brother. You are the funniest I've ever seen.
Man, he definitely had me. He's had me. That's why I told you. That's why I said yesterday when we were talking. That's why I brought him up, because he had talked about the only thing. But I was like, this dude will just bring some joy in people's life. And sure enough, I just watched his video. He just hit 1,000 subscribers, and you could tell he is freaking elated, man. And so it's cool to watch that happen.
I did. He's got a. You know, I sympathize with him because I'm in recovery too, as well as he is, and I see the new spark of life in his eye, and it's just to see him coming out of he could actually see him coming out of his shell, in front of the world. It's just awesome to see. Just being himself, and he's just so hilarious, man. He makes my day every day.
Dude, he's hilarious. That's all you got to say is he's like, he just will bring joy to your life. I hadn't seen him. I hadn't watched all his videos, and but when
he does a morning meditation like almost every morning.
Oh, I've only watched a couple of those.
He cracks me up. He goes, "Go out and get a piece." Get a piece of your pie. He's
hilarious. No, we're definitely gonna get some more Smokey in our life for sure.
Yeah.
So it was fun. People called me. They left me. I don't know if you were on here, but they left me voicemails. Like some people called and said, "Hey, Smokey P hit 1,000 subscribers." So people were just excited with him, and it's cool to celebrate with people, even if it's just a little 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. When it's somebody's like, when that 1,000 subscribers is making someone happy, it is awesome to know. It's just awesome to celebrate with people. So, well, sweet man.
Cool. Yeah, hey, and hello to the wifey and Ellie and the kids and everybody. All right, brother?
Thanks, man. Thank you so much. Well, thanks for calling in tonight, Roman. I'm glad you're doing better. Keep your head up, man. Keep rolling.
All right, I will. We'll talk again.
All right, we'll talk. See you, man. Jeez, I love my life. Great people all around the world. Great people all around the world. If you're on Facebook and you're saying Smokey P is on YouTube. You have to go over to YouTube. I know we're simulcasting. We got both our Facebook and our YouTube folks in here, so we mixing a little thing. Boom, Smokey P's in the house right now. So see, look at that. Y'all gave like a Christmas present to a man y'all never met before. Atlanta, Georgia is calling me right now. Oh no, Athens, Georgia. This might be Abby. I don't know who this is.
Smokey P is on YouTube.
Who we listening to? You're live. You're live with Dad with the phone. You got to turn down the radio.
No. Hey, Dad with the phone. It's Aaron Leahy.
Aaron, what's up, Aaron? So I was you were going straight to voicemail, huh?
Yeah, I was.
Well, what's up?
The reason why I'm calling, I just was watching Jay and Pookie And they were cracking me up, and I think it was K Smalls. You guys can correct me. But they ruined the song Glycerin for me.
Oh, Oni's Glycerin song.
The thing that I have observed with all of this Oni crap is that it's brought out so much negativity and drama. And even though Oni has some issues, as I think we can all agree, I hate that he's bringing out so much negativity between so many people. And Pookie and Jay were talking about, hey, how about we do a hashtag of some type of us, instead of the negativity, let's actually do legitimate good things for people and do a hashtag, not of Oni, because I don't think Oni deserves our energy, but it's the holiday season, and there's a lot of families that have lost loved ones. I mean, this is going to be, it was the first Thanksgiving for Kelsey's family and things like that. So, maybe we can come up with a hashtag and do something positive out of all of this, because, Oni screwed a lot of us over, and, we're all angry and this, that, and the other, but just listening to so many people trying to blame other people. And you guys, at the end of the day, Oni was doing this. He was playing people like a damn fiddle, and he wanted people to infight. So, I'd love it if we could rise above, and, obviously the people like Jay and Makeup Mobster, Marianne, and all these people, absolutely, I want you guys to go after him. I don't want him free to keep doing this crap to people, and I don't want him, stealing money from people, embezzling anything he's done. He needs to pay for it. But I would love it if we could all, show Oni that he didn't win, and that we can do something positive that's legitimately positive versus bullshit that he was spewing out there for so long.
Absolutely. So what you're telling me is Makeup Mobster and all those other people can go after him, but I can't do nothing, right? That's what you're saying. I have to be nice. I need to do something positive.
No, I think
I'm just messing.
You're a good catalyst for doing positive things. When you take us to Kelsey's memorial, and when they're saying, "Oh, Dad, you got to check your ego." There's nothing wrong with having an ego. You're supposed to have an ego and be confident in yourself.
Oh yeah, no, Nicole, that girl that she's become my new voicemail, show. Her solo, she's funny. It is good though. It is good to have people in your life that keep you in check. Now, I obviously have people in my life that do that, but a couple of internet people keeping me in check are not gonna be the worst of me. So it's all good. Oh man. So what do you got going for the holidays? What's your plan?
My family's all going to be together, and I'm thankful that I'm not a bad person, and I think all of us can be grateful that we have caught somebody who is a bad person, and that we're exposing him for that. And I think that the best thing that we can learn from it is to rise above.
I'm down with that. So if you're just joining, we just were shortly talking about Oni, but we want to stay positive. So this won't be an Oni bash show. I know some of y'all, I know like a lot of y'all could keep that going. I could keep it going for a minute if we needed to, but Aaron has a good point. Let's stay positive. I'm trying to think of what we can do positive for the something we could do as a bunch of listeners, whether it be, it's hard because it's all, the only thing people want to do is, we'll do something financial, but I wish there was some other way we could do something for someone. And maybe there is. I'm going to think about that for a little, if there's a family out there that a YouTube world could touch, it would be fun to do something cool for the holidays. So that is a challenge accepted, Aaron. I'll be thinking about those positive things we can do.
Sounds good. And actually, Shell N said that he has been reported by someone already to the FBI. So I'm really happy to hear that. And I'm more than happy if they want to talk to me about how he impacted me. I'm more than happy.
What did he do? What did Oni do to you?
Oh, he told people that I was going to refund money from his candle account. And I never bought a candle from him, never talked to him on the phone. I talked to him on some of his lives, but, just crap that, he didn't do anything to me like he did to Pookie and, supposedly raising money for people and crap like that, or trying to, frame Jay and people like that. But regardless, I think that, I hate hearing all of the people blaming other people and saying other people were involved. I think this is Oni, and I think that we all know that he's not a good person.
I think we do. I think we have. He has definitely showed his hand on that for sure. So.
Yep. So, and congratulations on your ego.
Congratulations on my ego. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble now.
You deserve it. You have a beautiful family, and we always love seeing Ella and Nikki and everybody else. So thanks for all you do.
They're hiding back there in the corner right there. But anyway, well, thank you for calling in today.
Yep.
Giving me a little bit of uplift and everything. So you were in the show last night, right? You listened to the show last night?
I missed it.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it was so classic. It was a classic one. You'll have to go back and listen. It was one of the better ones. So well, cool. Well, thanks, and have a good holiday.
Thank you. You too.
All right. We'll talk to you later, Aaron.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, yeah. Right now, if you're just joining, we're simulcasting live from both Facebook and YouTube right now. If you want to call in, that's the number to call. We're taking call-ins. We're listening to a little bit of I'm not the only one in here. I got the family back there in the back. They're over there reading books, listening to Dad, or they're over there looking for Christmas gifts, looking for they're Craigslisting furniture right now. Something positive. Go put a little tree or a wreath around. I probably should do something like that. There's been some people that have actually reached out to me and asked what they could do, we could go put flowers next to Kelsey's bench for sure. That's something we can definitely do. Maybe do a live prayer from there. And, I know that will help. I'm also got a show this week. I'm going to get it. Maybe tomorrow. I got a show you don't want to miss. Special guest coming on. And it is really going to be around this. Hey, we got another no caller ID. You think this one will talk to us? This is another no caller ID. So let's see what happens. You're live with Dad with a phone and family, kind of.
Hello,
how are you doing?
Oh, I'm on?
Oh, yeah, you're live on the air right now.
Oh, hi, Dad. It's Ms. Justice from Canada.
Miss Justice from Canada. How's it going?
Yeah.
What do you got going on?
Well, this, that, and the other. I really like your stuff. And
you're drinking your Canadian beer right now?
Yeah.
Lucky's, huh?
Yeah. Trying to get lucky.
What is Miss Justice all about?
Well, I just like to see people get justice, and I don't think a lot of things are fair in this world. And one thing about Oni was I don't have any personal kind of effect from him, but I looked at him as an inspiration, and, look to him and his shows like, this is something genuine. And to find out that it's not has kind of rocked my world in a bad way. And I think about all the people that he has harmed, also himself. Like, he's got a lot of issues. He needs help. And anyway, so that's what I have to say about that. And it kind of makes you distrust a lot of people and put them into question in a way.
Yeah, absolutely. Trust is a hard thing already for people, and especially when something like this goes down. Yeah, people, it's hard, and that's kind of even. I felt bad yesterday I felt bad during the show a little bit when we were talking about Oni, because Oni had a cool thing. Like, Oni did touch people, and Oni has a gift, and and those gifts are without they can't be taken away, right? But what you do with your stuff and what you do with the gifts you've been given, you got to be held for and held accountable for. And what he did is, he violated a lot of people, and and when you violate people, it don't matter how good, how gifted you are, it sucks, and you ruin. And I've done it. I've done it in the past with stuff. And so everybody makes mistakes, and there's people, even, close people to me, that even came into this, social media world with me a little bit, and they went through some stuff, and I tried to walk through with them and talk with them. And even Oni, like I felt like, if I wasn't real close with Oni, me and Oni did a couple of shows together. He had me on his show. I listened to him, but mainly I went on there and did shows with him. It wasn't like I listened to Oni every night or anything like that. And so, when he did it, when I had tied myself to someone and then he did this, you feel a little bit, connected to it, and you feel a little bit. I felt not responsible for the things he did, but there's this sense of responsibility because I had tied myself to him a little bit. I just think he messed up, man. He had a good thing going. He could.
I know.
Well, and maybe, and the worst part is maybe he didn't have a good thing going, but he had the appearance of a good thing going.
Yeah,
and he could have, even if his intentions were crazy from the beginning, even if he didn't want to do the stuff he did, like it wasn't, I'm going to go SWAT people, or I'm going to go call the cops on people, or I'm going to try to stir this. Even if that wasn't his intention at the beginning and it went that way, he could have always pulled out. He could have always, made a different decision.
Yeah.
And so, it's tough because on one end, I feel bad for him. On the other end, I'm like, the FBI brings the full weight on him because he's been wasting, resources and attacking people and stuff like that. Well, then there you go. So.
Yeah. So anyway, but I just wanted to say to everyone that may have lost hope in their families and their friends, like when they're alienated in some way. That was the case with me, with my brother and my sister. And it was about money. It's funny how everything comes down to money if you trace it back. So anyway, now since my mom passed and she left us, a good chunk of inheritance, we are back together like so good. And the first time in like 15 years that we spent a Christmas together. And so I'm really happy about that. And I really wanted people to know that, if that is the case with them, there's always hope.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Restoration. That's what the holidays is all about. Restoring relationships, building new relationships, strengthening relationships you're in. And so that's awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, my big thing is I haven't traveled for like 22 years. I've been on disability and I've had a lot of health problems, always in pain. And I'm making a trip to Mexico in January for 3 months.
From Canada to Mexico, huh?
Oh, yeah, I'm going everywhere, man.
Uh-oh. Watch out.
But I'm not going to get involved in no drugs.
Don't be caught up in that traveled abroad prison stuff. Or
No.
don't be caught at the border. Man, Canada's the hardest place to get into. I don't know what you're talking about. You can get into Mexico, you can get into the America, but you can't get into Canada. Canada's hard.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know. Not according to our prime minister. He lets former terrorists in, for God's sakes.
Oh, well, you know, I understand that. They come from the other side of the world or whatever. But hey, well, thanks for giving me a call today.
Okay, good to talk to you.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you. That's my number on the screen. Aaron's put my number up. If you want to call in, we obviously have a voicemail from somebody who called in. I wanted to address one question. Someone asked, what is swatting? And I know a lot of people may be new to this. And swatting actually came over from the video game streaming world, where video game streamers would be streaming live, playing video games, and then other people would call the cops and they would threaten some sort of crimes going down, and the SWAT team would show up, and thus swatting was born. What's happened now in the true crime community is people are getting swatted, people are getting wellness calls called on them, and that's why we were talking about that a little bit. Somebody's calling me from Albany, New York. New York's in the house.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Dad? With the phone is Jason Engineer.
Oh, Jason, I just saw your post, huh? Trying to get my phone number. What you want to talk about with Dad?
Nah, man, I just wanted to give you a shout out, man. I respect everything you do, you know what I'm saying? And, this whole thing with owning, it's just crazy how one man could cause all this chaos in this community. It's just everything that's been going on, like it's nuts, bro.
No, it is. It really is. And it's nuts to the point to where I didn't know a lot about it. The only thing I kind of knew, I knew Oni because I did some shows with him and worked with him with Jay is for Justice. And so then when I didn't necessarily have a falling out with Oni, but me and Oni didn't really see eye to eye on some stuff. And so I kind of quit early on. I did a few shows with him and that was it. But I didn't really get into any of the drama stuff too much. And then all of a sudden, Jay, lets me know what happens with her swatting thing, but then we start finding out more and more about everything. Jay just asked, "Is this Jason?" Yeah, we have Jason on the show tonight. Jay, what's up?
Yeah, we do.
And she says, "My Jason."
Yeah.
Oh.
Once Jay exposed everything with that the SWAT call, it seemed like everything snowballed on him since then. But it's just crazy how you got a lot of creators right now going at each other's throats, and it's due to all these bullshit. That's what it seems like from my point of view, anyway. You know what I mean? And it's just like to me, it's crazy how one person can create so much division and chaos within these channels.
No, absolutely. It is. That's one tongue can set a freaking forest fire ablaze, man. And so what people can do with their words and on what's going on online, for sure. And because the communities are so close knit, like I've never met Jay is for Justice in person, and I've never met Smokey P in person, right? Or I've never met Starlight in person, but because we have these interactions online, and you guys, viewers, people going back and forth listening, you become a part of a community amongst each other, and the content creators may or may not work together, but they're tied together by I call you children, my kids, whatever, not in a degrading way, but just like the follower, the content people, you tie us all together. And so because we're tied together, there is a lot of back and forth between creators. That's what I've noticed, back and forth between channels. I haven't tried to get into it too much, but there has been some YouTubers that have come at me. So I don't back away from it. And there is a portion of the listener that likes a little drama, but I definitely think our energy could be spent doing better stuff and instead of wasting our energy fighting amongst ourselves. If there was some real collaboration going on, man, we can move the world, man. That's how crazy it is. We could go out and solve crimes right from YouTube and right from Facebook and stuff like that. But yeah, if we sit around fighting each other, like the old saying says, if you keep the people fighting, they'll forget what they're fighting for, so.
Exactly, man. And I just wanted to give you a shout out. You did an amazing job uncovering Patrick Frazee case.
Thanks, man.
I so respect what you do, man. And like Jay turned me on to you. I got mad love for Jay. I got mad love for you. Like you two are my two favorite YouTube channels. So, man,
we're not done. I got some real exciting news when it comes to the Patrick Frazee case as far as the coverage goes, but I can't just let it out just yet. We're real close. So there's some really cool stuff happening that's going to even bring more light to what happened. And there's some stuff that is really focusing on around Crystal and around what she did and what happened to Crystal is even bringing some light to a whole nother area when it comes to domestic violence with women. And so domestic relationships and stuff like that. So, man, I'm excited. And thanks, man. Thanks for the encouragement.
You're welcome, man.
Well, cool. Jay's sending you some mad love on the chat right now. So, Jason, thanks for giving me a call.
You're welcome, man. Thanks for having me on.
All right. We'll talk to you later, man. We'll see you. Checking it. We got a voicemail. Y'all want to listen to a new voicemail? Oh wait, that's a text message. Let's see. So we got some new voicemails that came in just now, I think. Maybe not. We definitely got some missed calls. I think my voicemails are full. I think Nicole got my voicemails filled up. Not cool for keeping the frazee ingo from I'm not cool from keeping that info from us, man. I can't tell you. I want to tell you right now. I wish I could, but I'm gonna wait. Just I can tell you I'm doing interviews this week. I guess I could say that. I'm doing some interviews this week. I got a couple of cool podcasts coming up. Kissimmee, Florida in the house. What does Kissimmee, Florida know about that with the phone?
Got a couple of cool podcasts coming up.
Oh, y'all got me live on the background. You got to turn that radio down. You ain't never watched the Howard Stern show? You got to turn that thing down. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Who am I talking to?
It's Paul Newman. How are you?
Paul Newman. Oh, I know that name.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of yours.
Thanks, man. Well, all these guys are calling in right now. I don't know what to do. I thought all my followers were women.
I'm a big true crime fan. I followed the Patrick Frazee case, and you're my go-to guy for following it. And I want to give you a lot of credit for what you did. It was emotional. It was an emotional roller coaster for me, and I'm all the way in Florida.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, this whole year has been an emotional roller coaster with this thing. I feel like it's not even over. Like, man, I've been looking at the docket. There's a couple of things happening even. Yeah, it's just not over yet.
I feel like there's a lot of surprises coming our way, probably.
I think we're pretty much obviously they're done with Patrick. They shipped that son of a bitch upstate, so they're done with Patrick. But I do think there is going to be some more stuff that comes out when it comes to Miss Frazee, Sheila Frazee, and when it comes to what really happens with Crystal, like how they actually handle it. And so, it'll be interesting.
How big of a role do you think that the jailhouse letters played in the sentencing?
You know, I still believe that Patrick got duped when it comes to those jailhouse letters. And what I mean by that is I don't necessarily think Patrick initiated the conversation. You know, I have a feeling that the jailhouse snitch, well, I know for a fact he's done this. He's been a part of this before. He's testified in other cases. So this isn't something new for him. Okay. And so I don't know how much they played in his sentencing, but I do know that they pulled on the heartstrings of the jury. And because the defense never actually denied them. As a matter of fact, the defense acknowledges that Patrick's an idiot. They even say it right during the closing statements. They're like, my client is an idiot. So they're almost even acknowledging that they're not denying these things. And so as soon as that happened, you're like, well, I mean, if he's willing to go out, if he's not denying that he's willing to go out and kill the witnesses, well, then if there was any room for doubt about the murder, it's now gone. And so they did play a part with the jury for sure. Now, when it comes to sentencing the judge, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That as far as I feel like the case was pretty weak as far as like any real evidence until those letters came about, and then that was like, wow, it wasn't hearsay, or it wasn't a testimony. Well, Patrick said this or to me or this or that. I mean, that was like evidence. Real evidence came to surface of the type of man that he was.
Yeah, no, listen, I was at a Christmas party yesterday, or a little Christmas get together and Friendsgiving thing. And we were actually right across the street from Mrs. Frazee's house. And I was with people that live in Florissant. They, have a house right there. They're neighbors with Patrick Frazee. And we were talking about the case. Obviously, it comes up fairly often around me, and so, but when you're in the neighborhood and you ask the neighbors, well, they got your murderer shipped upstate. Hey, these people in town in Florissant, it's not that they didn't think Patrick wasn't guilty. It's like, man, they didn't have no evidence on him. But if you actually sat in the courtroom, if you actually listened around the phone pings, and a lot of evidence people haven't heard, like people haven't heard the 20-minute phone call that Patrick made with the cops. People haven't heard the phone calls with Cheryl Barrett that were recorded and that they show in court and people listen to. And so once you've listened to those recordings, all of a sudden it becomes very real that this dude, and then the fact that when you look at the phone pings, like on the day that he killed Kelsey, he texted KK, but he also texted his other girlfriend. And so like all of a sudden you start really getting the information that this dude is a 100%, he's playing, this whole thing is crazy. So yeah, it was
the phone thing was really blowing my mind, that they could actually, track her phone and KK's phone. And actually that it was like putting a map down, what they did and how they did it. And her story started making a lot of sense, but it's still, I felt like as far as like really hard evidence, I didn't hear a lot of it. And I started following true crime here in Florida during the this is years ago, I think probably 08, 09, when the mom got killed the daughter basically here in Florida. And I followed the whole, they televised the whole court proceedings, and I kept thinking to myself, wow, she's going to walk, she's going to walk. And she did, and Jose Baez was her attorney, and all he had to do was, poke a couple of holes in the story. And I thought, man, if this guy's attorney does that, if his attorney were to come in and try to start poking some holes in KK's story, all you needed was a little reasonable doubt. And that right there at the end, I felt like the jailhouse letters, and then them not denying them. They had they said that it looked like his handwriting, but nobody came in and said that was his handwriting,
Yeah, yeah, they didn't defend him. And I talked to a criminal defense attorney and know a couple of them down in the Springs, and we've been talking about this case since it started. And I told him, and he would write me and be like, what happened today in the case? We'd be texting back and forth. And I told him, I said, I just didn't feel like the defense put up much of a defense. Like, they didn't really cross-examine anyone to question their story or to try to bring doubt upon their story. And the guy told me, and he basically said, well, Patrick may have come to grips with, they got me. And he may have come to grips enough to tell the attorney that they got me, because I'm sure the attorney went to Patrick and asked, hey, this girl's telling this story. What's up? What can we ask her? What is she not telling the truth about? What is she saying that is fabricated, And at some point, Patrick may have just said to the attorney, they got me. What do we do? And that attorney may have given him the counsel he needed to just say, hey, the only way you're getting off is to go to court. And so we have to go through trial, but we don't really have a strong defense, so, but maybe they'll mess up. Maybe they'll violate your rights. Maybe we'll win on some loophole. But because of the way the defense acts, where they don't really defend Patrick. They ask him questions, and they protect Patrick. They protect him from his rights being violated, and protect him to make sure that he had a fair court, obviously. And they obviously, security wise, they beefed up security to protect him physically and stuff. That he couldn't come away and say, I didn't have a fair trial, or I was threatened, or whatever. But he may have gone in there already accepting the guilt, but they didn't give him a deal. Like, Dan May never showed up and said, hey, we can save all this money if you'll plead guilty, and we'll give you 70 years or something, So his only option was to go to court. But in my opinion,
I was on the fence with that trial the whole time. I mean, obviously we weren't in the courtroom.
Yeah.
But I just felt like at any time the attorneys could have got up, started poking some holes in the case, and then you leave the jurors, going to deliberate with a bunch of reasonable doubt, and then they have to come back with basically a not guilty verdict. And I felt like as soon as they came out with the jailhouse letters, and his attorneys are basically like, he was stupid for doing that, like admitting that he did it. I was like, wow, that's to me, that's what kind of sealed the deal with it, having the whole guilty verdict. But it may have come back guilty, but I just felt like, there was so much room for them to poke holes in the case, and they just sat there quiet and said, you know what, let's see what happens. The burden of proof is on the state, and it seemed like the state nailed it. So, I mean,
the judge nailed him. There ain't no doubt the judge didn't nail him. So
you and I messaged you a few times, like, you really think they got him? Because it was a little bit nerve wracking in the beginning. the case I'm talking about here in Florida was Casey Anthony.
Oh yeah, the Casey Anthony case.
I watched the trial live every single day, and I think it went on for almost a month or so.
Man, there's a bunch of like conspiracy stuff around that case.
Casey Anthony?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude!
There's these people that have contacted me about some other people online and on Facebook and on YouTube that like they say that these people like interfered with that case enough to get that whole thing thrown out and everything.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, it was one of those cases where basically, if you would have watched it, you know, unfold, it was insane. But basically, like even the police, when they first started looking for her, walking up to Casey's car, and they literally could smell death, you know, in the trunk. Open the trunk, and the carpeting and everything's ripped out of the car. And, you know, there was so much circumstantial evidence pointing to her. But Jose Baez, the attorney, did such a great job poking holes in the case that it left the jury with a lot of reasonable doubt, and they came back with a not guilty verdict in the end. I mean, you know, personal opinion and actual proof are two different things. I mean, my personal opinion, was she guilty? Yes. I mean, it's sick to think that a mother could do that, but do I think she did? I do. But the facts of the case, they didn't have enough evidence to actually nail her, you know? And he did a great job. I just watched the case not long ago. I think it was in Ohio or Michigan. A young teen mom, nobody knew she was a mom, gave birth to a child. Apparently the child was stillborn, and then she buried the child in the backyard, and they tried to convict her of murder. And again, it was just, you know, she was there and the child was there. The state tried to convict her of murder, and the defense came in, poked enough holes in the case, and they had to come back with a not guilty because the only two people that were in the room were her and her child that she gave birth to on her own. And I just watch all these cases, and it's just crazy. And that's why I was just so sitting on the edge of my seat thinking, man, this guy could walk. You know, he did a lot of smart things with his silence.
No, yeah. And listen, for all intensive purposes, if Crystal doesn't come forward, the DA has said we don't have a case. So like, yeah, that's and so when people say it, they're like, if she didn't come forward, we would never been able to get Patrick. So what you're saying is he almost committed the perfect murder. What you're saying is he almost got away with it. And even to the point where, like, I look at it this way: had Patrick cleaned up the house and was able to clean up the house as at least good enough as KK did, right? Because KK did it well enough that even though the cops weren't looking for a murder, they weren't looking for a crime scene, but when they did the wellness check, they obviously didn't see stuff, right? She cleaned it up good enough for that. Had Patrick done the cleanup himself and skipped out, the facts are it would have been very, very hard to
imagine. He would have done it at the Nash Ranch.
Yeah, so but that would have been a little bit harder for him, because then the phones would have ended at the Nash Ranch, right? But let's say you know, because people knew they were at the Nash Ranch together, actually worked good for him, right? Because he gets her home, or she gets home at like 3 a.m. in the morning, and the crime happens the next day. He could then, through the holidays, do what he did, right? They didn't. There was no majorness.
He would have done like what Chris Watts did, you know, not making a bloody scene, you know.
Well, yeah, where Chris did it a lot differently. But just the fact that Patrick involved Crystal really was his biggest demise, and that's what everyone has said. The DA has said it, the attorneys. She doesn't show up or she doesn't tell the story, they don't catch him. So
it does sound like he was abusive, at least mentally.
Well, and there is a case to be pushed, and that's going to be 100%. I guarantee you this is what's going to happen at KK sentencing. They are going to have an expert witness talk about domestic relationships and domestic control and domestic violence, and they're going to have an expert speak about how KK was in a domestic violence relationship that she couldn't get out of. Whether or not we believe that, I mean, that's not it's first of all, it's not an excuse for her to do what she did, but they are definitely going to use that as a defense, and they're going to fight that aggravated charge by using that domestic stuff. So
sanity issues going on with her, I mean, anybody in their right mind would have been like, oh my God, this guy that I'm, seeing or whatever is about to kill his baby mama. What am I supposed to do? I mean, if I heard anybody was thinking about threatening to kill somebody, I'd be like, man, I got to get a hold of someone. This isn't right,
Well, that's why even when we go back to this crap with the swatting and the other YouTubers calling the cops on people, I look at that and go, damn, dude, there's so much evil in the world that people are getting away with because people won't say something. There's no excuse to just make stuff up for drama. Like, there really is people out there right now plotting to murder people, and if people would stand up and say something, they could actually save lives. And so that's why that it's a little aggravating to see that stuff take place, especially in the true crime stuff.
Are you planning on following other cases in the future? Or?
Man, I yes. The short answer to that is yes. The hard answer to that is, man, we got to wrap this one up. Like, people, this is still going on. I mean, I still got court dates to go to with KK. We still got to see her sentenced. We need to see what is going to happen, if anything, with Sheila Frazee. I don't think I could follow more than one case at a time. I could probably do some touch-ups or some highlights or some awarenesses about cases, but to really dive deep, I realized I got lucky, obviously, on this one, living here, being a part of it. But you know what I've realized is there's a lot of cases in Colorado that I could follow. The other day, I went down, and for a couple of hours, I sat in the courthouse down in Colorado Springs and just listens to people's cases. Just sat down in the not Patrick Frazee, no famous cases, no craziness. Just go intrigued to find out more about how the system's working. So I may find some local cases still. So
I saw one I didn't even know about. Doctors down in here in Florida, down in Fort Myers Beach. A doctor's husband had a couple of his buddies come and kill his wife with hammers, and 4 or 5 years ago he just got sentenced the other day. And I never even knew anything about it, so I started diving in and reading it. That's another interesting case and crazy. And
yeah, there's some crazy stuff out there.
I follow one at a time.
Yeah, you can't.
I the Chris Watts case, and then right after that, the Patrick Frazee case, and that's about all I can handle.
Yeah. Somebody in chat just said the Mindy Lee case, and the Mindy Lee case is a local case here that actually I actually have a little bit of a heart attachment to, because I've talked to her mother and different things. So I think I will follow that one a little bit closer and look at that. And then there's a couple of cases down in the Springs. I'm really interested in this Planned Parenthood shooter that just went to federal court, but he says he's from Hartselle, Colorado, which is right down the street, literally about 30 minutes from where Patrick lived, up the highway. This guy came down from Hartselle and then shot up the Planned Parenthood in Colorado Springs, and that guy's going to court in the next couple of weeks or the first of the year. And so I plan on going to his court hearing, because that's a, you know, it was a national news story kind of thing. So the Planned Parenthood shooter I want to look at, and different stuff like that. So yeah, there's some other cases. So the short answer is yes. Dad with the Phone is going to follow more cases. So,
well, I just wanted to call in and tell you I appreciate everything you do. I follow you all the time. You do a great job.
Tell the callers who you are again and where you're from.
Florida.
So how long you been following? You've been following me since the Patrick Frazee stuff?
I started following you during the Patrick Frazee stuff, and I'll probably be a lifer now. So.
All right, man. Well, thanks for calling in. We'll talk to you later.
Talk to you again. Thanks, man. Bye.
We'll see ya. Fun. A couple of you guys called in while I was on that, but that was a good caller today. So that was worth the call. If you want to call in, my number's on the screen. You're live with Dad with the Phone when you do. So just know we're simulcasting both to Facebook and YouTube right now. Thanks for joining on both platforms. We'll be doing more of this so that you'll be seeing simulcast go on both on the Facebook and the YouTube. I'm watching your streams. You're seeing your streams pop up and your message. Joshua Maddox case. Yes, another big crazy mystery case, bro. And this one, we lived here for this, and we lived here for both the Mindy Lee case too, but the Joshua Maddox case, oh my goodness, that's going to be a rabbit hole. That literally is going to be a rabbit hole chimney craziness. That's a whole crazy case. A kid that went missing for 7 years, and then 7 years after he went missing was found in a chimney. I believe they have actually arrested the murderer, but they have arrested him for other charges, and nobody was ever charged in the murder of Joshua Maddox. But it's a crazy, 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 crazy call. Crazy. Who was that last caller? I don't know. I have to go back and listen. He didn't really let me see. I don't know if he didn't give me a name. He just said from Florida. Yeah, and he called from Oh, we got a voicemail here. Let's listen to, we got some new voicemails. Here we go. Let's see what we got here.
My name's Hot Pink Jalapenos, and I just want to tell you, hey, Dad with the Phone. I was trying to reach you live, but my name's Hot Pink Jalapenos, and I just want to tell you, you do a rocking job. You get out there and bust ass, and you do an awesome job reporting the news with the crime, and you get up in it and bringing it to us. So, Merry Christmas to your family and yours, and you. Just wanted to say that. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Yeah, he was from Kissimmee, Florida, and yeah, my 1% male viewership. Man, I've had 3 male callers. What are you talking about? So let's see. I got another voicemail here from this one's from Charleston, North Carolina. I don't know who this is.
Thank you.
Oh, this is Smokey P.
What up, T-Wop? I just wanted to say thank you for last night. Thank you to Jay. By the way, this is Smokey P, a.k.a. That It Factor.
It Factor,
thank
yes.
you for all the subs out there. Never in a million years, my phone was blowing up. They said, come over here on panel. I never in a million years thought I'd have so much fun. Had a great time. I'm super humbled. Super humbled. Like it was a lot of fun. Frosty tipped out. It was a blast. I'm trying to bring the fun back, you know. I like to captivate a smile on people's face, you know, all that BS, you know. I peep the scene, but I'm not all about that, you know. We can solve some crimes on YouTube. In fact, there's a whole subreddit about it. So I look forward to a collabo in the future. And, you know, once again, super stoked about the happenings. Y'all are amazing people. So glad that I met y'all. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, D-Walk. And See you on the collabo. Thanks to the people. Peace.
By the way, that last caller, I knew that he told me who he was, Paul Newman, and he's a big follower on both Facebook and YouTube. So yes, he told me who he was at the beginning, but it was back to back. So it was Jason, Paul Newman, Roman, shit, Smokey P. You women are getting crushed. The men are leaving y'all in the dust tonight. I'm getting great messages from people. And this is who's representing the women. This is who's representing the women today.
Okay, Dad with a phone. It's Nicole again. I've had wine.
Really, Nicole?
I don't get how you can be just so nonchalant, but it's cool that it's awesome that you just can be like separated from that. So that is awesome. I am still going to pray for you that you take care of your wife and your children.
She calls back and yells at me for playing the phone conversation. I want people to know Colorado is a
I don't want to put.
I'm listening to you now, and it's like you're so legit and you are so smart. And I don't understand. Maybe I don't understand. Maybe I'm lecturing you because I don't understand how you can like just listen to all this bullshit and then keep moving on. So, okay, that's it. Nicole from Oregon, having some wine. Bye.
Jen, you drove out. That cabin no longer exists there. I remember. Oh, you were there. Okay, I got you. Yeah, you were there when I drove out and did a quick live video right there from where that Joshua Maddox cabin was. That cabin actually is no longer there, and that's how they found Joshua. Actually, so that cabin had been abandoned for years and years and years. It was in someone's backyard. It was like a storage shed. It used to be an old bar. There was an old bar there. It used to be an old restaurant for a while. And then, it was someone's residence, but then, that cabin was in their backyard and they had stuff stored in it. And then when they tore the cabin down is when they actually found Joshua. So yeah, we'll follow that case. Raul says 7.5 times equals. Yeah, those are some earlier messages from Nicole. I never got through all of her. I still have one more message from her. I just am saying that the men are representing mad tonight. We had Jason and Paul and Smokey P and Roman and how many women? Like a couple of women call in. So my viewership might be changing. I might be capturing the guys now. They're all watching Dad with a phone. So everybody needs some dad time. Yeah, that case is crazy. It's a crazy case. If you want to call in and talk to Dad with a phone right now, we're live on both YouTube and Facebook. We're doing this is our first ever simulcast, and everything seems to be rolling pretty damn good. So you guys, we've joined the YouTube and the Facebook communities together. Join in, and if you can't watch on Facebook, you can watch on YouTube. If you can't watch on YouTube, you can watch on Facebook. And if you want to go over and like me on Twitter, oh shit, my TikTok needs to go up there too. My TikTok is at Dad with a Phone. So Dad with a Phone on TikTok. You can check me out on TikTok. That's a new short form platform. We'll be doing stuff too. Like, sub, and give, Blanca says. Watch out. We got a phone call coming in. That's my PayPal on the line coming in from Hall, Idaho? No, where is this? You're live with Dad with a Phone. Where are you calling from today? Iowa? Is that what you said?
Can you hear?
Yeah, I got you.
You can hear me?
Yeah, you're calling from Iowa?
I'm calling from Iowa, yeah. I was just on a live with Cab 7,
Oh yeah, I met
And
Cab.
he was-
I met Cab 7 yesterday for the first time.
Yeah, he was doing. He gave 14 dinners, Christmas dinners away tonight to 14 different families.
That's
And
awesome.
while this, I know, but while this was going on, one woman on the panel ended up getting swatted under such a good event. It was unbelievable.
That happened tonight?
And that happened tonight. And while they were doing this, another gentleman that was on the panel got 24 text messages saying that they were going to kill his wife.
Jeez.
Isn't that it? It's unbelievable.
Man.
Yeah, crazy, huh?
That is crazy. So that just happened tonight. We were just
That
talking
happened
to
tonight.
we just had Cab 7 on J is for Justice last night, and he was telling us about
I watched it.
yeah, he was telling us about his wellness checks that they had come on and tried to do stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Man.
They did this to a gal named Laura. It's not the Laura that we all know. She's an older lady, and I felt so bad for her.
I was on that. I saw Cab was live earlier. I just subscribed to his channel yesterday, and I saw that today. Man, that just sucks that
Yeah,
they're
he's a
still
wonderful man trying to do a wonderful thing, and then crap like that has to happen.
I look at that stuff, and the good thing is when stuff like that happens, the outcome tends to be far greater good in a sense. Like even though that like the swatting may have put a damper on the show and may have put some people in down spirits.
It happened right at the beginning.
It sucks.
And Duty Ron happened to have been there.
So somebody, do you know who was actually swatted?
Her first name was Laura. I don't remember her last name.
Was it Laura Keck?
It
wasn't purple. It wasn't Perplexed, was it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but somebody that usually works with Cab.
Okay,
and,
somebody that works with him on a regular basis. I gotcha.
Yeah, but Duty Ron was there, and so he's going to help her out.
Oh, well, good. Yeah. And they need to get, if they find out a little bit of information about her, like where she's from, they may be able to even pull those dispatch calls before they actually get the swatting call. So somebody, Lexi, if you're listening, or Casey, if you're out here listening, y'all need to get on that dispatch call and see if y'all can track down the dispatch call for that actual thing, because it may give a little bit of information that they won't get until after. Yeah, man,
and then
that's
the 24
crazy.
text messages, "I'm going to kill your wife." What the heck,
Yeah, that's but that anytime that you give out your phone number, anytime that you give, that's why I use a burner phone. This is not like and so anytime that you give out your phone number and people, they're gonna be people out there. They're gonna be lonely men and women in basements that
Well, I will have to say that Ben and Dave, that's what the two guys that were on the panel the whole night, they handled things so beautifully. They didn't let it stop them, and they went on with their wonderful night.
Good. And it's awesome that they were able to give to those families and raise that money and give to those families, because that's awesome.
Actually, they ended up getting so many donations tonight that they're going to do it again.
Nice.
They're going to do another round.
Nice.
So, this is Call Me Ma, by the way.
Oh, Call You Mom?
Call Me Ma.
Oh, Call You Ma. Well, nice to meet you. Hey, well, thanks for giving me a call in.
Hey, I live in Colorado in the wintertime.
Oh,
I'm not too far from you.
oh yeah, where's that?
I've actually been in Colorado Springs, real close by you, a few times. But I lived in Thornton.
Oh yeah.
And Glenwood and a few other places, not Aurora. And I'm telling you, stay off of Colfax Avenue.
Do you know that Colfax is the longest running street in America? Like it's the single longest
Is it
running.
really?
Yeah, it runs through more municipalities. Like Colfax runs all the way across Denver. It runs all the way through multiple small towns. So when people say stay off Colfax, you it's like one of the longest streets. I think it's the longest street through municipalities in the U.S. And so there you go.
Kidding.
It is
I
also
did
where
not
you
know
can get a
that.
hooker. It's also where you can get some drugs.
Yep.
It's also where you can get all that
Yep.
craziness. So stay off Colfax. Hashtag that. Hey, well, thanks for calling in.
Yeah, thanks for talking to me. I've been a fan of yours for a while. Keep up the good work.
Awesome. All right, we'll talk to you later, Ma.
Yep, give love to the little ones.
All right, will do. See ya. Bye-bye. Hey, Miss Collector Item, I hate to be a dump, but what is swatting, please? Swatting is the act when you call in a false report to the police station. You would call 911 or you would call your police station and you would say, man, somebody's at Michael's house or Michael's at his house right now and he's going to kill his family or he's going to commit suicide. And then they send the police, the SWAT team, to SWAT is special weapons and tactics is what SWAT actually means. It's what they call the tactical units, the tactical teams, the special weapons and tactics teams. They call them the SWAT team. So swatting was birthed in the video game, online streaming video game world on Twitch, where you'd be live streaming while playing video games. Someone would call the cops would come, kick in the door, boom, 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 everybody's getting in trouble, right? That is what swatting is. And so I could try. I'm gonna try. Let me see if I can do this. Why not? Let me see. Let's see what I can do here. I might be able to pull this off. Let me see here. And I know a lot of you are like, we don't need to know what swatting is, but there has been multiple questions. And because this is a live video and because I'm actually going to do a whole thing on swatting. So I'm not going to do that right now. I have pulled some stuff. But I think Voodoo Donuts is on Colfax. Yes, it is, Janice. Voodoo Donuts. There's also a pizza place I love on Colfax. There's also the Denver Diners on Colfax. You can't go wrong going to get the Santa Fe burrito from the Denver Diner on Colfax. So yeah, so I'll do a whole thing. We're doing a whole series on the why behind Oni, and in that series I'm going to do a couple of things where I'm actually going to many of you may not know this, but my father was captain of the SWAT team in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And so I'm going to bring on my father and do an entire podcast just about swatting and what it is and why and what can happen. So I'm going to bring on Dad with a Badge, and we're going to do an entire episode about swatting, and you're going to hear from my father, who's been in law enforcement for 49 years. He retired from multiple law enforcement agencies, federal, state, city. Again, like I said, he was the captain of the SWAT team, did the raids, did all that stuff. So you tune in for that. That'll be coming up. Hopefully I'll get that show scheduled this week, and we'll make that happen. And there's nobody better to talk to you about what swatting is than a former captain of a SWAT team, and just happens to be my dad. So We'll if you've never been live with my dad, it'll be a great show. We've done a couple of shows during the Kelsey Barrett case where he talks about stuff, but I wasn't going to tell you all about that because I hadn't confirmed it with him. But he better not say no now. Now that I've announced it, he better not say no. But he'll do the show with me. It'll be good. Dad with a badge. That's right. So we'll look for that show because it will. It'll be this week probably. I'll probably get that done this week. And we'll talk to him about a couple of different things. So he's probably watching right now going, I ain't doing that. What are you talking about? So, hey, if you're on Facebook right now joining us, thanks for joining us on Facebook tonight. Thanks. So tell me if you're listening right now, because we are simulcasting, leave in the chat, where you're from, where you're listening from. We'll throw your chat up there. Tell me all the locations. I like to know where everyone's at in the world. So, yeah, if you haven't checked out the Dad with the Badge interviews that I did early on in the Kelsey Barrett case, you can check those out on YouTube or Facebook. My PayPal's at the bottom of the screen if you want to help support this channel. If not, you can stick around and just give us a like or a hate or an angry face. I like how I got the angry faces now because I'm seeing both YouTube and Facebook. So good stuff. We got, make sure to hit them both on Facebook and on YouTube. You're watching Dad with a Phone. We've been talking to people from all over the country today and all over the world. We had Canada in the house earlier. We had New York. See if I got any more voicemails here for you. No, haven't missed any calls, any new voicemails. Smokey P called me. I got Smokey P's number. I need to put Smokey P's number in my phone. So I know when he calls. I would have answered it had I known it was him. I would have just cut the other caller off. Pensacola, but a Woodland Park native. Miss West in the house. From Pensacola, that is a native of Woodland Park. So she'd be watching just to see home. Got Laura from Iowa. We got California in the house. We got Boulder in the house. We got Charleston, South Carolina in the house. We got North Carolina in the house. Lots of folks from all over the world, all over the country today. We got any Australians in the house tonight? Where are all my UK followers at? Y'all be on the Facebook. I know y'all be over here. So it's been a fun show tonight. A little bit of everything, a little bit of talk about Oni, a little bit of Patrick Frazee talk, a little bit of Casey Anthony talk, a little bit of different cases going on. If you want to call in, you better get your calls in now. We're going to be live for just a little bit more. Let's roll into the 10 o'clock hour. Who else we got in the house? Colorado in the house. Christy's laughing at somebody. Christy, did you have anything to do with that dispatch call getting over to Jay so quick? I've been trying to hunt down Lexi because that's who I've been told. But then I thought I heard your name mentioned when somebody said that maybe you pulled or someone else pulled that. We got DC in the house. Trump be watching Dad with a phone. Y'all better watch out. Me and Smokey P gonna run for president. Ontario, Canada's here. We got Misty over on Facebook from Georgia in the house. Watch out. Had quite a few people watching from Georgia today. We got Judy from Ontario, Canada. She had a little miss up with her. What's the next case you're going to do? I haven't decided, but I think I probably will stay local for the first couple of cases. So I really want to dig into the Mindy Lee case, and I want to dig into the Joshua Maddox case. I'm growing all over. I know. I wish I could simulcast to Instagram too. I wish I could. Maybe I can, actually. there is a possibility that I can simulcast straight to Instagram and TikTok from here too. That would be fun. I'll have to put those in there. We'll start really crashing the world. Pancake's wife's in the house right now. Dre's in here. For sure she's in here. Hope he can come home for Christmas from Africa. I don't know. Dre, if you're still in here, is Pancake coming home for Christmas? I don't think he's coming home for Christmas, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, look, we got our first vote. Jason says he'll definitely vote D-Wop for president. The Caden McWilliams case in Denver. Uh-oh. I know. The Maddox case is really, really interesting because of the way that went down. Okay, so during the Joshua Maddox case, we had one of the most corrupt coroners in the county. Now, I can say that about a coroner because they're an elected official. So they're elected by the people. So they fall under the elected official realm. So he is the most wicked person in Teller County when it comes to these murders and these cases. They tried to get a grant to digitize the death records in Teller County, but because of our corrupt coroner not wanting people to know what was up, he wants to keep those death records on paper, stuffed in a storage unit where people can't see that stuff. So that's all I'm saying. Callahan, Colorado's in the house. Woo-doo. He'll be home in April. So that'll be good. Oh, Pancake will be home in April. We'll have to get him out here to Tennessee's in the house, New Orleans in the house, Colorado Springs in the house, Crested Butte's in the house. I'm from Utah, but I'm in Texas in the house. Beaverton, Oregon's in the house. Your dad is great. Pueblo, Colorado in the house. Lots of people from all over. Baltimore, Maryland in the house. We see you. Washington State in the house. Utah. Thanks. Delaware's here. Oh, Yolanda. Crazy night tonight. Greetings from the Netherlands. We got someone from over the pond right now, Washington State. But yes, 18 years in Colorado, Nancy says. Everybody's here tonight. Both YouTube and my Facebook family come together in one place. Simulcast going on right now, both on YouTube and Facebook. Make sure you share this in all your favorite groups. Make sure you go like Dad with the Phone on Facebook. Go follow me on Twitter. And if you want to give me a call in, we still got a few minutes left. I'll take another call if it's an interesting one. Tonight, the men have come out strong. They 4 or 5 callers, and then a couple of women. We got Palm Beach, Florida in the house. Donnie Color supports D-Wop. Watch out. Delaware is here too. That's funny. Emphasize justice for all. We'll announce our presidency from inside the Cripple Creek Jail Museum. You got to do a second Christmas. I've been in your shoes, Air Force. Oh, you're talking about when he comes back. Bama's in the house. Of course, Abby's here. I wonder if both Abby's are here. If Abby and Suzanne is here. Abby and Suzanne, yeah. Abby, Suzanne. I'm going to be running with Kanye. You'll be running with Kanye West. Me and Kanye West for president. What? The rumor was all male callers would receive free tattoos. Nice. Come on down. I'll hook that up for my boy over at Creator Supreme. My wife's shaking her head at me right now. She over there. You ho-hoing? She's ho-hoing. Aaron says call this number. CCR will pay for DWAP TP election for 22. Who's CCR? Yes, CCR. Who is the CCR? No, I don't think that's who they're talking. Gotta get out my button maker and make vote for DWAP pins. Uh-oh. Call me Ma is gonna make some I got a Dalton for mayor pin around here somewhere. I might run for mayor in Woodland Park. My son asked me today if I was gonna run for mayor in 2020 because I got on the I could have got on the ballot in 2018. So I went through all the steps to get on the ballot, got all my local signatures I needed and was going to get on the ballot. But then I was like, what the hell am I going to do if I become mayor? And so I backed out like a chicken shit. And so for 2020, I'm all tatted up. I don't have any more room for another one. I got lots of room, but I definitely want some more tattoos. I need to get some more tattoos. My chest is going. I got to go work on my back piece. Got to get my leg pieces done, but I might. Creedence Clearwater. That's what they said, Nikki. They're laughing at you. Yes, they sing that song. Oh, up on Cripple Creek. You gonna sing it to me? I will. Yeah, you. You have to run for mayor. That town needs an honest person in that seat for real. Yeah, they're telling us. Cindy says, "Sing it, girls, sing it." Or make marry me smoky buttons. I'll make marry me smoky buttons. Call me Mom. What? I have no idea. Kansas, I didn't forget about you. Kansas, where'd you go, Kansas? I'm gonna throw Kansas. PA's in the house too. Oregon's in the house. Oh, there's Kansas. Where'd you go, Kansas? I just saw Kansas. Gotta give Kansas some love. I like me some Kansas. I got so excited. Pittsburgh's in the house. Where'd Kansas go? Somebody's from Kansas in here. All right. Hey, thanks for joining Dad with a Phone tonight. Who else is on YouTube? Who should we go watch? Put your favorite YouTuber in the stream. Go give some love to your favorite YouTubers. I mean, you better like my page too, but you can go check out Smokey P. Make sure to check out J is for Justice. Go give some love over to Sleuth Investigate. Oh, I'm in love with Smokey. Call me Maul says I'm in love with Smokey. I think Smokey might be single, so we might have to hook Smokey up. We'll do a dating show with Smokey P. Have him come on and we'll hook him up with somebody. Do a date, match dates. They're trying to get an interview with PF's old friends. Are you trying to get in interviews with PF's old friends? I actually have been interested in interviewing a couple of people that I interviewed before. So I want to go back now and interview people that I interviewed before after the case. And so I'm actually working on some of that stuff and hopefully to bring some of that to you here shortly. I also have some special interviews going to happen this week. I've already given y'all a hint on one of those. I got to make that happen now. And that will be, look who's calling. She's like, no, you're not ending yet. Abby from Alabama.
What's up? I held off to the end.
You hold off to the end because then you can go long-winded, huh?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna be short and sweet.
Short and sweet. What do you got to say today?
Hey, Smokey P cracks me up.
Dude, he is
awesome.
He is hilarious. He is hilarious. Smokey P is going to become a YouTube giant, and we're going to say, hey, we knew him when he had 700 subscribers. He is funny.
He's like one of those people I just want to be like, dude, do you ever sleep? He's got like so much energy. I'm like a little bit of energy for real.
Yeah, he's hilarious. You broke up there for a second. Hey, so tell me about what y'all been talking about over on the Facebook world. It looks like y'all been exposing some folks.
I just want to know if you think that that's Tom Smith.
I don't know. I haven't heard any videos of Tom Smith. So I've only heard, I don't think I've ever heard or at least I didn't know I was listening to Tom Smith if that was the case. So I thought only Tom Smith only did writing posts. But do y'all have video and conversations with him on Facebook to compare to that other guy?
Yeah. There's a whole lot of he does audio lives. He just doesn't get on camera. So yeah, there's the last one he did not too long ago is on Deb's YouTube channel. So yeah. And,
well, don't say her. Don't tell me her YouTube channel. Text me that. I ain't giving her no advertisement.
That's why I said that.
So text me. Yeah, I don't know where her. I don't know what her YouTube channel is. So text me that when you get off the phone, so I can go check it out. So he did a live with her, and then there's the video that I saw that y'all pulled of that lawyer that y'all think this is the guy who's playing Tom Smith.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a bunch of audio. I mean, I have a bunch. I did a bunch with him when I was on their Facebook page. So yeah, there's a lot of his voice.
And it sounds just like the guy that was on that video?
Exactly like him. Just exactly like him. I mean, he's got a voice it's distinctive. I mean, it's just kind of weird. It's kind of exactly like him. I mean, so far nobody has said that does not sound anything like him.
All right, I might have to do me a Tom Smith comparison video. And then,
yeah, I was hoping you would do it soon.
I don't I mean, I can only handle so much drama at once. We got the Oni drama, we got the Deb drama. I'm gonna have to start a whole drama page just for the drama. There's so much. If all I wanted to do is cover drama, I could totally do that. But then it would just be too much time. And it's not really fun to talk about. It's not even really fun to talk about other creators like that in a sense. And I don't really have anything to do with Tom Smith. But a lot of what he has done. The question is was he actually doing this I wonder if he was actually being paid or if it's just something that they have a little hobby to try to go in and mess with the case here and there. So
yeah.
Because somebody said that guy was involved in the Casey Anthony case.
Yes, he was George and Cindy Anthony's lawyer.
Okay, so you think that guy? So George and so that do you think he had what? So that's the guy who George and so is that the family? Is that mom and dad?
Yeah, that's mom and dad's lawyer, not Jose. So Jose Baez was Casey Anthony's lawyer, but George and Cindy Anthony had a lawyer also, and his name is Brad Conway. So yeah, so they had their own separate lawyer.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. And he's worked on other cases. If you Google him or YouTube him or whatever, he's worked on other missing person cases. There's Brittany Drexel, I think, out of South Carolina that he's been on the news and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely him though. Can't deny it.
Can't deny it. What else does Abby got going on?
That's it. That's all I got.
You about to go on Christmas vacation? Are y'all on Christmas vacation?
No, I've got one more week. So then I'll be out for a little bit. I can take a breather.
There you go. Well, fun. Well, you got anything else for me tonight? What you want to talk about?
No, that's it.
All right.
I'm done. I made it short and sweet.
Short and sweet. Abby kept it short and sweet. The Zimmerman case, somebody says, that was a crazy one.
He spoke about that. He talked about that case a little bit.
Oh, that other guy did?
Yeah, Brad Conway talked about the Zimmerman case too, yeah.
So I'm confused. Does Brad Conway do YouTubes and Facebook Lives and stuff? Oh, you cut out. You said no?
No, he doesn't. He's
Oh.
actually, according to the internet, he's in a little bit of trouble. He's been in timeout. So I'm wondering, is that why he's hiding behind the chipmunk world face, being Tom Smith? I don't know. But according to public information, he's been on probation for not paying his taxes or not filing his taxes.
Oh, he pulling the old Al Capone, huh? Trying to get on that tax evasion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what gets him. That's what gets him all. That tax evasion. You gotta give Trump his money.
I mean, I know, that's what I'm saying. Crazy stuff.
All right, we'll check him out and see where we go from there with old Tom Smithy. Hey, thanks for giving me a call.
I want to know what you think.
But yeah, I'll let you know.
Talk to you later.
All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Oh, the Tom Smith. Clint made the famous quote on Dateline, he would have to eat crow if Patsy was found guilty. Roll Tide, Roll says, I'm the 99th to like. So glad you're so popular with this show. I know, man. 99 likes. I got 99 likes, but I got 130 likes on no, wait. I got 100 likes on Facebook. I only got 100 likes on Facebook. There's 119 people watching. That's a little pathetic. I don't know what Facebook look like right now. Facebook, I got 37 likes or some people laughing at me or whatever. But, what are you going to do? Simulcasting live tonight. Thanks for joining Dad with a Phone. It's been fun. You can check me out on Twitter at Michael E. Dalton, on Facebook at Dad with a Phone, on YouTube at Dad with a Phone, on TikTok at Dad with the Phone. If you want to support the show, you can always PayPal me. www.paypal.me/watereddownpro. Thanks for listening today. We had a fun time, good calls. Stay tuned this week. We've got a couple of shows that we can't wait to bring your way. We got special guests coming on. I done handed out one little I gave you a little tidbit on what's coming up, and we'll go more from there. I guess I could leave y'all with something. Let me see. Do we need to leave y'all? We don't need to leave y'all with nothing. Y'all have fun. Thanks. It's been fun. We'll talk to you guys. Pow. Elsewhere. I'm out. End this broadcast.